Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where we're going to be discussing the paper titled Stress in Biomedical Research: 6 Impossible Things by Douglas Green. Douglas Green's paper tackles the common stresses faced by medical researchers, presenting them as the 6 impossible things, despite their difficulty, can be understood and managed. The author shares personal insights into how to navigate these challenges. The thing number one is you can't control the answers. Biomedical research in general is often frustrating because biological systems are very complex and they are not logically designed, as he says, leading to experiments that frequently don't work as expected. His solution? Well, focus on what you can control. This includes testing reagents thoroughly, and also planning and documenting your work to ensure results are understandable and, of course, repeatable. Thing number two is ideas come from the eighth dimension. Basically, here he was saying that great innovative ideas are essential but rare, which creates constant pressure to come up with new and impactful concepts. Well, his solution? Simply read widely, both within and outside your field. The author suggests that creativity comes from subconsciously combining information, leading to sudden insights. Reading is also presented as a relaxing activity that helps reduce stress. The third, and I would argue quite controversial point, is that you can't multitask your research. Green suggests that researchers are often pulled in many directions, and you see this quite often by administrative tasks, deadlines, and regulations, which leads to constant multitasking. He says that while this might address immediate issues, it does not solve the deeper stress of not making progress in our fundamental research. He says that dedicated, focused, uninterrupted time for developing ideas, analyzing results, writing, and planning future research is extremely important. And it's important not to let administrative duties overshadow your core and sometimes much more important core research work. The fourth point is that stress can be good for you. This is a topic that I actually presented in this channel a few years ago about positive stress. Green says that while long-term stress is, of course, harmful, and a certain amount of stress can be beneficial, acting as an evolutionary advantage, if you will, that can be harnessed. While dealing with stress, learn to master and utilize this natural stress to your advantage, rather than trying to eliminate it completely. And number five, which honestly inspired me to make this video, basically be an athlete. He says that the intellectual struggle in research, like hitting conceptual walls, when ideas are wrong or experiments fail, is similar to how athletes push through physical limits. Now, his solution to that is simply approach it with an athlete's mindset, where you use a training, focus, and also willpower to overcome the difficult concepts and experimental setbacks. Finally, you are your own support group. He says that researchers often feel unsupported, facing harsh reviews or unnoticed work. Looking at you there, reviewer number two. The author challenges the idea that research can and should be easy or provide security, emphasizing it as a creative pursuit driven by passion. However, the solution to that is not very easy because basically the point he tried to make was just develop resilience and self-reliance. Internal drive is more important, he argues, than external validation, similar to an artist who must judge his own worth. If the challenges are too great, exploring other career paths that utilize acquired skills is, well, a valid option. In conclusion, Green's paper encourages researchers to acknowledge the inherent stresses in their field, to adopt proactive strategies, like controlling what's controllable, fostering creativity, prioritizing deep work, embracing beneficial stress, cultivating mental toughness, and building internal resilience to navigate these impossible things and find joy in their scientific journey. This concludes this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.